Good morning and welcome to this beautiful spring day. I am Laura Burns and I am here to show you today the Whimsy and Wonder from our new mini catalogue, and I'll also be showcasing the Dazzling Paper. So to get us started, I'm going to quickly just refresh my screen, show you in the catalogue where this beautiful set is. So let's start on this side so that you guys can see. And so it is a whole suite, which is just the most gorgeous Christmas set. I love that it's got some pink in it instead of just the traditional red and green. And then we're gonna I'll just go across. I've also got some gorgeous ribbon, and I'm going to be using one of the Snowflakes today, and I'll also showcase some of the ribbon towards the end on a couple of different cards. And as you can see, I have actually put it as one of my favorites because hands down in this catalogue it is a favorite. So let's pop that to the side. Now I just want to make sure that I am live and you guys can see me, except I can't see it. Thinking about it. So what I'll be using today is the papers, which you can see behind here. They are absolutely stunning, and I'm using the Whimsical Trees stamp set and also the dies, which come with 2 dies. This is the other set over here, but you'll see that I've got some tape and stuff on it because I've been using it. So I'm going to pop those over to the side, and I just want to quickly show you this gorgeous, stunning paper. But I really want to make sure that I am live. There I am. Excellent. So this paper is absolutely beautiful. So I've put the more plain side down first. So it's got lots of patterns, it's got some Christmas trees, it's got some hollies, it's got some stripes. You just seriously can't go wrong. But then you flip it over and this is the wow side. It has some iridescence on it, so it's like a silver iridescence. I don't know, I'm hoping that you can catch that in this light because it is absolutely stunning. I especially love the stripy iridescent. Like, how cool is that? So that's the paper we're using. I'll put that aside as well, and then I'll get into showing you the pretty card. Oh, actually, let me showcase this really quickly as well because I've got to get it out the packet. That wasn't well planned of me. So this is the Dazzling paper that I'm going to be using as well. And so I'm hoping that you can actually see how pretty and sparkly that is too. So this is one of our celebrations. And celebration is where you can spend $90 and get something for free. I chose this one because you just can't get enough bling in your life. Alright, so let's get started on the card that we're making today. Here is the card that I'm going to show you how to make. I am going to change it up slightly because I've decided to go a blue background this time. So I've got my blue card base ready to go. I've got our background pink paper, which is the one that has the holly on the other side, but we're going to use the pink today. I have my white background, and then I have lots of trees. As you can see, there are so many trees in this set, and I just wanted to use nearly all of them. So let's get this started. So the first one I'm going to show you is the big tree because we need to do a little bit to get this one ready. And the first thing we need to do is grab out our Dazzling paper. And then what I did, the first time I just used glue, but then I remembered that we have this awesome product which are our sticky adhesive sheets, and so I've popped one of those onto the back. Now I've already pre-cut it so that it will save us a little bit of time, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get this on there. So it has 2 sides. This one still has the Sizzix on because it's an old one, but I don't think the new ones do. And so you peel the first side up and then you just literally peel the front layer off and flatten it down. And then that pretty much turns whatever you die cut into a sticker and makes life way easier. So I have already pre-cut this one. And so now we're just going to peel it out. If you can bear with me, actually I'm going to start at the top, and I've got my trusty little tweezers, because I did try to take it out last night and it didn't quite cut through. I should have run it through a second time through the Stamp and Emboss machine. And I'm just peeling away. It's slipping on me. Because you also don't want to stretch it too much because it needs to fit on the tree. Bear with me, this bit is a little bit fiddly. Oh gosh, I should have half peeled this before we even got to this point, shouldn't we? This is the bit that it didn't cut through the sticker at the back, so that's why it's being a little bit stubborn. I'm making it look way harder than it actually is. Oops, there we go. Okay, so you can see now that there's still the sticker in behind, but I'm going to put that to the side so that we can add it to our first tree. I'm thinking, so I'm going to start right near the top and unstick it from my finger. I'm just going to try to coax it down onto, and then when it's in place, sorry, my fingers were pretty much in the road for all of that. And then I'm just going to flip it over and just push it down nice and firm with my bone folder. And there's our first little Christmas tree. Get rid of that. Right, so that's our first tree. And then I've pre-cut the blue one. Can you still see the card in there? Probably not. I've pre-cut the blue one. I have pre-stamped our little pink one that's down the front. These gorgeous snowflakes actually come pre-cut and pre-designed. So we'll pop some glue on that and stick it on in a moment. And then I've pre-cut this one, but I just wanted to show you how I did it. So I'm just going to move those over. So with the green paper, I loved it and it was so cute, but I thought it just needed that little bit extra depth. And so what I decided to do is actually to stamp on the designer series paper, because you can totally do that. And so I'm just going to add, I'm using mint macaron, which is the same colour as the paper, so it is tone on tone for this one. And I got the top right there, so I'm going to just wipe that off. Oops, no snowflake yet. And then if you want to make the most of your paper, hang on, I need to make sure that we're actually in view. If you want to make the most of your paper, I do actually angle it so that it's along the straight side, so then I can get another Christmas tree or something else out of the other side of the triangle. And there's a tree. So then I would put our die. I'll show you how I did it if I can find it in my pile of mess that you make very quickly when you are making cards. So I use a little bit, you can use the magnetic plate if you want to, but I just use a tiny little bit of washi tape, and this one's been used about 10 times yesterday. And then I run that through our Stamp and Emboss machine. And it comes out looking like this, all ready to go onto the card. So then the next step I did is I added some little baubles to this one. And these baubles are part of the die set. And I cut them out of the Dazzling paper. And I've glued all of them on except for one because I wanted to pre-prepare so that I didn't go over time. And so I'm going to just take my pick tool, and this is awesome because it's like sticky on the end, and it'll pick up that last little, trying to make sure you guys can see, that last little bauble for me. And then I'm going to get just the tiniest dot, oh, and a bubble, of course, of glue. And then I can put it exactly where I want it. I can make sure that it's going straight. I want to make sure you guys can see it. And then I can sit it down. Now you'll notice that I've put them all to one side. Now if this was going to be the top one, I would have popped another one down here, but that's actually going to be covered by the little pink tree. Okay, so then we're going to pop our little, take a pick tool away, which is brilliant. Let that one dry. And put that to the side. And then our lucky last one. And then I just wanted to show you quickly how to stamp the little trees. I've done two different techniques with this one because I don't have one of the colours in the stamp pads yet. I only have it, and I'm using one of the old stamp pads of the other colour. So this is just the little tree. So I've just popped it onto our clear block, and I'm going to ink it up. And then we just stamp it straight down onto our white piece. And we just kind of make sure it's in the middle so that we can cut it out. It doesn't really matter how much room's around it. And then we always shut our stamp pads so that they don't dry out. And then the next one, I'm going to actually turn it this way because I'm cutting both pieces. And this one, as I said, I don't have the stamp pad, so I'm going to use the marker, and it works just as good. So these are our Stampin' Write markers, so they are a water-based marker, and you literally just run it over the stamp, making sure you get all of the bits so you don't miss any, like so. Now, if you wait a little while, you may need to huff on this one. I'll use my croaky voice to do that. And then we just stamp it down. And see, pretty pink tree. Now we're going to give those a really quick clean with our super grotty Stampin' Scrub. These are, sorry, this is the chamois. They're brilliant. Best cleaner for water-based inks ever. Super quick. And that's done. Okay, so then we would pop that over to cut it out. So we would again put our little dies on there. I'll try putting it on the right way. Again, I would probably just use a bit of tape to hold it in place. And then we run it through the Big Shot. And it turns into one of these. Now, I had a little play last night and I thought I might add it in because I had a little go with a new thing that I've just purchased, which I'll show you because it is super cute. And I don't know if I'm hoping you'll be able to pick it up on the camera, but I'll show you the two next to each other. So this one, I've put some little dots where the little white dots are. I've added the tiny little bit of dimension, I'm hoping you can see it, with our shimmery crystal effects. Now this is in the main catalogue, but I just thought it was totally worth it. So fitted with the theme of Christmas, so I thought I'd better give it a go. Alright, so I think we have nearly all of our pieces together at this stage. So now we get to start assembling. So we start by folding our piece of card in half. I have pre-scored this to make my life a little bit easier today. And then the next thing we'll do is, now I'm going to be using our multi-purpose glue because I love it and it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that you can get your stuff straight. So I'm going to start by, and I wiggle through the middle. So I go around the edge and do a bit of a wiggle through the middle. And then I'm going to open my card back up. And I always use grid lines to make sure I get it straight, because I can't help myself. And so we're just going to glue that down. Oh, get that out of the road for now. So that's pretty much ready to go. And now we're going to get started on our white piece. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put down is, oh, oops. I'm going to make sure you guys can see it. I'm actually going to bring in my little trusty, I'm going to move those up out the road, move that over a tiny bit, because I want you guys to be able to see this awesome little mat. So this is our silicone mat, and basically what it does is none of the glue sticks to it. So again, I'm grabbing out our little Tombow glue. I'm going to just put a little dot there, and I'm just going to run a tiny little bit down each. Or at least I would if it would stop, would come out. I don't think I missed any. I think I got them all. And then I'm going to, I use tweezers just because my nails get in the road. I'm going to try and work out roughly where I need it. And I'm putting it over to the one side. Oops, I've got the wobbles. And I'm going to stick it down. Right, the next one we're going to do is the blue one. Sorry, I'm just making sure I've got it all glued down. So I'm going to just grab some glue again. I pretty much use glue with everything on this one. And I always put it back into, I've got a little container here that I always have it standing upside down so the glue's ready to go. Now I'm just going to bring this one in for a second, so I can work out exactly where I need my blue one. Oops. Move that out the road and stick it down. Sorry, I went really quiet then, didn't I? Because I was focusing on what I was doing. Okay, and then we're going to get, this is when it gets really quick and goes together super easy. Which it needs to, because I'm almost out of time. Okay. And then we're going to get that little bit of fluff off. Just place that on, push it down. And then next we're going to do our green, little mint green one. Again, just adding a little bit of the glue, multi-purpose glue. Flip this over. Oh, no, wrong one. It's the pink one next. Almost got me. I'm going to have to change my design. That'll teach me, won't it, for not focusing. Hoping that I'm in the middle. You guys can see everything. About here. I think I'm going to be lower. And you can just, and the best thing about this glue, you have that little bit of wiggle room, so you can move it up if you need to, if you don't quite get it right. Now, there's still plenty of glue on there, but it has had a little bit of time to dry, so I'm just going to add a little bit more, just to be safe. Seeing as I picked the wrong colour next. And there, I think. And then lucky last, our tiny little blushing bride tree. Now I did actually think of putting this one on dimensionals, and I tried it on the other one. Because it's so puffy, it kind of sat on an angle and I wasn't very keen on it. So I changed my mind and just decided to go flat with glue. So you can see there because it lifts up a little bit. Okay, so then next bit, we are going to add it to our card. I'm going to move that out the road because I shouldn't get glue everywhere now. Just do our wiggle through the middle. Oh, almost went off the edge. Now with this, you just need to make sure, because I always turn it on the angle to make sure I get it straight. You just need to make sure you're putting it up the right way. And then I'm going to line it up with my grid. Oh, I'll move up so you guys can see better. It does help because this pink paper does actually have lines on it. So they don't necessarily look like lines, but they do when you're putting it down. And then I'm just going to flip it over and quickly run over it with the bone folder just to make sure everything sticks down. And then, oh, I quite like it with the blue background as well. It looks super cute. So the only other thing I did is, I didn't put the little star on for the tree. So let's grab one of those out. So these I've just pre-cut some because you can do heaps. So let's do a little star because, you know, it looks like a Christmas tree then. Pop it right on the top of our little Christmas tree. Straight. And then the only other thing that I decided to add after the fact was some gems. And so these are our elegant faceted gems, which are in our main catalogue, our annual catalogue. And on that one I use the white, but this time I'm going to go clear. Oh no, I don't need a big one. I need little ones. So I'm going to put a little clear one. Actually, I don't like the clear. Changed my mind. Sorry. Oops. That'll teach me for changing my mind. We're going to go the little frosted ones again. A little one over here. And you always do them in threes because it balances out. Honestly, they're just getting away from me at this point. Right there. And that's our card. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you liked what I came up with and all the little extra little bits that I threw in there just to make it look a little bit different. But I also wanted to quickly show you a couple of other cards that I came up with that I've had a bit of a play with this set. So this one is a little bit simpler. Actually, let's move those over to the side. So this is just using the papers, and this is the gorgeous ribbon that's in this set. And again, I use the little frosted because the elegant faceted gems just seem to go with this set. So that's that one, and I used the stripy paper on that one. And then this one, I thought I had to have a little go and a little bit of colouring in with the, I've just had a mental blank, with the holly. And nope, it's gone. And then I used the snowflake paper on the back. And so this one I just used the Stamp and Write markers again. So just to use the different colours. And then lucky last, I needed to do another one using the Dazzling Paper. And so this is just a little super cute little note card. Really simple. I just did a bit of the Dazzling on the side and then cut out one of the trees. And then I actually used one of the trees in the set which was this one to do, it looks like snowflakes, but it was actually the one that's meant to do lights on the Christmas tree, but I thought it would work perfectly as a little bit of a snowflake effect. So that's it for me today. I hope you have enjoyed what I had to show you. I hope you get some ideas out of it. I will be putting up a post a bit later once I've taken some photos so that you guys can see everything. If you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me. And don't forget also that with the celebration that goes till the end of this month, if you spend $90, you get to choose something for free out of this celebration catalogue. And we are also doing a special deal for today until, I think, for a week. Sorry, I'm saying a lot now. Where if you spend the $90, we're also going to offer you free shipping. But to do that, don't put your order through online. You just need to get in contact with your demonstrator through this group. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the rest of today. We've got a couple more really awesome cards, demonstrators coming up with some great cards. And we'll see you again at our next event. Thanks. Bye.